Hey guys, it's Friday, and that means it's time for Fitness Friday Live. I'm Liezel, and I host this every day since we started 3 months ago, or every Friday. And we talk about all things fitness, and every week I bring you a guest. Our guest today is someone who embraces the vegan lifestyle, a personal trainer that hails from the Eastern Cape, and I'm quite excited. It's our first guest from the Eastern Cape. So while you're all catching your breath and while you're all joining us live, you might notice I've got two rescue dogs, Luke and Leia, who sometimes jump into shots, so don't get a fright. They love being on camera and they love saying hi. So you'll see Luke is just kicking me off the couch here. So that's Luke, and Leia will join us in a little bit. And we often go walking. That's our fitness together. So while you're busy joining, let me know where you're watching from. Pop a question in the comment section down below. Say hi and let me know where you're watching from. Fitness Friday is not about me interviewing the guests. I bring our guests on every week to answer your fitness-related questions, to answer your fitness-related queries. And if you are watching this at a later stage and not watching it live and you're worried about some of the questions, or you have a fitness-related question that you want answered, feel free. My guests are incredible. I bring on guests that are so enthusiastic about a fit and healthy lifestyle. They'd be so happy to answer your questions. So even if you can't ask the questions live and you're not watching live and you just want to ask our guests a question, anyone that we've had on Fitness Friday will be more than happy to say hi and help you on your fitness journey, because we're all on different stages of our fitness and health journeys. We all have different struggles. We all enjoy different ways of keeping fit. And I try and bring you guests that show you a different and holistic lifestyle and different ways of keeping fit and healthy. So hi to class in session, saying hi to Luke and Leia from me. Kathy saying hello from Sunningdale in Cape Town. Zarina, Cape Town, getting warm, getting ready for a light tennis practice session. What is a light tennis practice session? I'm seeing her messages come through here. Hi, Zarina. I'd love to know from you, what is a light tennis practice? Is that just a half a match? You only play until 15 love and then it's done? Message me and let me know. And at any time, your questions will pop on screen when we post it live to our guests, and they'll answer the questions for you. So don't be shy. Ask questions. If you're struggling with something with fitness, ask the questions. And the same breath, I say, don't be shy. I've already had some people saying we're a bit shy about asking our questions. Please don't mention our name. Here is our question. Please put it in the direct message section. I'll take your name off screen and won't mention your name, and ask your question anonymously. So this is Fitness Friday. It's day 204 of lockdown in South Africa. And I know a lot of people are still struggling with their fitness journey and still struggling with things in terms of their fitness and their health. Hi, Brian, saying hi and hello. Nice to get a message from you, Brian Satole. Let me know where you're watching from. I want to hear from you. So let's get straight in. Our guest today hails from PE, celebrates a vegan lifestyle, is an incredible personal trainer, has trained some of the top 5 Miss SA talents, has trained some incredible people, has tackled some endurance athletes, endurance events, and is just an all-round incredible person. I'm proud to say it's one of my new friends that I met on the set of 5 Color Fitness, which was on air last month on Supersport. It's still on catch up on Showmax. So if you missed any of the episodes, please go and play catch up. And a big thank you to Fitness Health Active for introducing me to an incredible group of talented fitness influencers and trainers in the fitness world that isn't getting the exposure, or not being out there, not everyone getting a chance to know about them. And this platform has really showcased and transformed our trainers and our personal trainers' lives. So thank you so much to FHA Fitness Health Active. Give them a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And go and watch the show that we were on, 5 Color Fitness. I'll actually put a link to the episode I was on with our guest today on Fitness Friday, Iker. Hi and welcome.
Hey, Liezel. Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me. Super excited.
It's really great having you. Where are you in? You're in Port Elizabeth at the moment?
Yeah, I'm in Port Elizabeth at home, enjoying a beautiful, beautiful sunny day.
It's just as sunny in Cape Town. I think Johannesburg is just as great. Well, some of our viewers watch from Europe as they head into winter. So I don't think we should brag about the summer too much. So how our Fitness Friday live works is I quickly get you in and throw you in the deep end with some quick fire questions. And it's just a way for us to get to know you and just to make it really tough for you. So if you can survive a Fitness Friday live quick fire questions, then you'll survive the entire 30 minutes together.
Okay. I should be worried.
Okay, are you ready? No, you'll
Yeah,
be
I'm
fine.
game for it. Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
As quickly as possible, answer these questions. Who's your favorite celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Got a little bit of bromance with Siv since we broke off, so I'd say him. Currently, but my biggest celebrity crush would be Tando Tabete, the former 5FM presenter. Yeah, absolutely love her. She's an awesome human being.
She's amazing. I'm trying to get her onto the show as well. And Simgesi, I tweeted him yesterday, and he tweeted you. No, you Instagrammed him yesterday, and he said, "Big love for you, man." So
yeah,
he
so
actually
like so.
posted.
Yeah, we've caught up a few times since the show. So yeah, that's been always a very good guy, and he's been also a little bit very helpful in terms of just helping me around. So yeah,
that's
I've enjoyed
incredible.
getting to know him as well.
So jumping. Well, we're going to definitely have to get Siv on the show with you one day, and we have to train together, I think.
There we go. Yeah. Ooh, Superman.
Well, let's get back into the quickfire questions. We detour. You see what you do here. You make it interesting, and I want to keep chatting to you, and you detour from the quickfire. I see
Takes
you.
me away from the tricky questions.
Okay, the easy part comes now. Which one would you prefer, beach or mountain?
Oof, mountain. Just
coffee or tea?
Coffee, absolutely coffee.
Your favorite cheat meal, if you have one?
Ooh, favorite cheat meal. Well, no, it's not very quick fire, but I don't really think I have one. Like I don't have like a true. I love peanut butter. So like I'll have like lots of teaspoons of that. Tablespoons, actually, not teaspoons. So that's like my one binge thing where I can sit and actually eat peanut butter. I do enjoy that. So we'll say that really.
Well, then the next one, and this is your final quickfire question, which is your healthy meal, your favorite healthy meal?
It's not actually. This could have been a cheat. It's also quite healthy, but I love bean curry. That's like one of my favorite things. But it's not really. I think it's the cheap, really, because I'd either have it with like beetroot wrap, or I'll have it with like cauli rice. So it doesn't really qualify as a cheat, but yeah, that would be the one.
Now, do you make it yourself?
Yes, I make it myself.
So do you have a secret recipe you want to share with us? Because I'll definitely post it in the comment section below after the interview.
Actually, I do have one. I can post it for you. I'll send it to you, and then you can post it up for everybody to try it at home. I think it's very simple, so everyone should be able to do it.
So we did a quick fire Q&A, but we really got to know you here quite quickly. But I want to know the backstory. I want to know what you are vegan. You're very proud about it. You talk about it. How did you change your lifestyle choice to become vegan, and how difficult or easy was that transition?
Well, I think the main thing people, when it comes to understanding life without meat, is essentially you need to understand the difference between, because you'll hear the term plant-based and you also hear the term vegan. So they're the same but different. That whole same but different thing. So how when it comes to veganism, it's an entire lifestyle change away from meat products. So obviously that includes stuff like your meat-based material. So no leather products, for example, would also fall into that. So I'm more in the plant-based side, where it's a case of the eating is just purely living as away from meat products as you possibly can. Most people shy away from it because they have a belief that it's expensive lifestyle. Honestly, it isn't, especially when you compare prices with general meat prices, and your savings from not purchasing any meat products. You actually realize that the actual lifestyle is not that expensive. It's just obviously getting started. You need to do a lot of research. You need to get a lot of understanding, especially when it comes to the protein side. That's the one question you obviously get asked a lot, is where do you get protein from? And most people actually don't even realize how much protein they need daily. And first of all, you just need to understand that. And with me and my lifestyle, for example, I require about 173 grams of protein a day to sustain my lifestyle, where I burn about, just from existing and exercise, I look at about 5,000 calories a day. So I need about
Wow.
173 grams of protein. So a normal human being doesn't need that much. That's just like living a regular life. So getting to understand that, I think, is the most critical part when it comes to, do you want to step into that kind of lifestyle? Is understand what your body requires in terms of your macronutrients, so like your carbs, proteins, and fats. And understand that when you do go into that lifestyle, it does carry, unfortunately, quite a high carb content. So hence you find a lot of like endurance athletes go into that lifestyle because it's easier for their bodies to adjust. Because obviously through various and rigorous exercise, they do require a lot of carbs in their daily lives. So that lifestyle is very easy for them to get into. Also, when you are eating a more meat-free lifestyle, you tend to actually notice you feel a lot more energetic, because just generally your body takes so much strain from having to process meat. Because look, there's the whole conversation on whether should we even be eating meat. I stay away from that. This is South Africa. People love their bras, so you don't go into that conversation. But the most general thing is that you should understand what your body requires. I got into it not by choice initially. So a couple of moons ago, I got diagnosed with glandular fever, and we initially didn't know what was wrong with me. And I then had to go see a doctor who is an alternative medication specialist. And they suggested, let's go on to this plan, which at the time was, I think, at the time when plant-based diet was really coming through. And it was completely that. It was plant-based. There was absolutely no meat products. I mean, okay, I never really ate eggs anyway, but there was like no eggs, no fish products, no meat. So nothing from animals, everything from plants. And it took a while to adjust, especially because obviously I was staying at home, and that's a lot for my family also to adjust to. But I've got a fantastic mom, so she made that adjustment very easy. And from there, when I got better, it was a case of I never really ate meat to begin with, so it was always easy to kind of make that transition. But yeah,
And I love how
that's how I got
you
forced into it, you know.
well, when you were diagnosed with glandular fever, it must have been, and to try and find what was wrong with you and to try and find a good medical practitioner or alternative healer that could understand your body. And that's really vital when it comes to anything, is to make sure that you find someone that understands your lifestyle and understands the struggles that you're facing.
Yeah, and I was honestly very fortunate when it came to that, because it took a lot of research, for one. And when I initially got diagnosed, it was really strenuous on me personally, just from a mental point of view, because I went from training vigorously for about 6 hours a day to zero because I physically had no energy to do anything. And I was told, look, you just gotta follow this practice from Dr. Charles. His surname escapes me now, but he's of Scandinavian descent, so it's quite tricky anyway. But he said, this is the plan. We follow this blueprint, and if we can just follow this, then we should be fine. And I did, and I'm obviously fine now because I've done a lot of stupid races of endurance after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah,
We want to hear
it's
about
the
that.
same. It's actually the same. Now to speak about finding somebody who's aligned with what you want to do. It's the same when people want to find personal trainers. I always try to
Yes.
say that to people, that when you consider in getting a trainer, don't look at necessarily who's the most popular trainer. Look at the trainer's personality, because not every trainer is the same, and individually we're all different. So some people love to be screamed at. I know that much. And some people
That
hate
was
it.
one of
Like
my
some
questions.
people when
Yeah.
Yeah, some people when they get screamed at, they honestly cave in and go into a shop. So you need to align with somebody who understands you. And I always say, if you want to get to know your trainer, don't necessarily watch how they interact with other clients. Just from a case of their practice, watch how they interact with other clients, but have a coffee with them, get to know them, get to understand how they think and their personality, and see if you guys can actually gel, because this is an hour of your life that you're going to commit to this person, let's say 3 times a week, and you want to be excited when you go see them. You can't be, yes, obviously the exercise is not going to be fun initially, but you need to be excited for the process. So you need to make sure that your personality and theirs are very, very similar, and that you guys can gel and understand each other.
I think that's so vital. I say to people, when it comes to your personal trainer, it's like dating. You need to find someone that matches with you. And the first trainer, I call it personal training, dating with your trainer. But you're not actually dating the person, but you need to go and meet a few trainers. And your first trainer might not be the best one. The second trainer might not be the best one either. And you've got to keep looking. And there's so many incredible trainers out there for anyone's fitness level that understands everyone's lifestyles. So it's vital. And I'm glad you brought that up. We're getting some great questions coming through, and I'm so glad we've got Nikki Buerta joining us here. And I just want to pop a message from her to you. No, wait, there we go. Oh, that is from Joanne first saying, would love to learn how. There we go, Joanne saying, would love to learn how, what, why, or cook or prepare vegan. And then one of our regulars and one of my first friends that I made in Cape Town that I met on social media saying, replied to Joanne as well, but we'll touch on that question. And then she just said, Iker, you had me at vegan. And Nikki Buerta is an incredible vegan chef. I've had some of her food. She dropped off a breakfast burrito for me, and it was incredible. So you're getting some fans and some love here from people. And then just jumping back to Joanne's question, saying, sorry, I joined late. What, how, or how can I prepare vegan?
Yeah, so like I had said earlier, it's just a case of you just need to do some research. You need to be willing to research and understand that not necessarily everything you read will relate to you and what you're looking to do. And make small transitions. If you want to ultimately end up in a plant-based, and sorry, the question really killed me, the Gordon Ramsay one. If you want to end up fully plant-based, it's a very difficult switch to make, especially if you live in this country. The best thing you can do for yourself is, I would initially suggest going and becoming a vegetarian first. I had to do it the extreme way, purely from a medical point of view, but I would suggest go become a vegetarian first. Learn how to live without meat first. Before you exclude all the meat products, learn how to live without meat. Once you're okay without meat, then you start sourcing different alternatives to dairy. So I do know not a lot of people love, for example, coconut milk and coconut cream. These are often the quickest. I know it's amazing with everything, but a lot of people takes time for them to transition to that, So find that out. Also with the nut milks, not everybody enjoys the almond milk. I do know that a lot of people don't like the soy or the oat milk. So finding your alternatives first is the next easiest step. So this whole process should be like when you're starting to train. It should be a lifestyle change. It shouldn't be a case of an overnight thing. It needs to be gradual if you want to sustain it. And then follow people like Nikki. I'm not a chef. I just cook normally, but follow people like Nikki who will inspire you in terms of the way that they present the meals. Because I find that's also another key thing, is how the meals presented often is exciting, and you want to dive into it. So follow the people that are influencing. There is another lady on Instagram. I've just forgotten her handle now, but she also inspires. So if you do give me a follow on Instagram, you will see me post on my stories occasionally about her as well. She also displays the meals very, very well. So the research is the first key. If you want to dive into that lifestyle, is the first research and understand what you want from the lifestyle and why you want to be part of that lifestyle is the bigger one.
And that's so important. And as you say, Nikki says, I was vegetarian for 18 years before I went vegan. and now she's an
Yeah.
ethical vegan, complete ethical vegan. And then she's posted some nice comments here. This should help for anyone, Joanne. This would help you as well. Olivia.earth post about veganism for non-foodie. And there's an incredible, I call him a vegan influencer called Cape Town Vegan Guy. And
Yes.
he reviews restaurants, he shares recipes, and he's an all-round really nice guy. So give him a follow as well if you are stuck for any advice or any tips, or give Nikki a follow. She is on Instagram and she's on Facebook. He has the details of her as well. So it's really nice that people are interacting and asking these questions. And then Class in Session posted, I'm allergic to soy milk and frill cream. I've discovered oat milk. And I've taken to all these adjustments at my leisure, from fitness to lifestyle.
Yeah, and
So
that's
thank you
exactly what we were speaking about. And if you find out, if you spoke to them, it's easier for them to maintain it, you know, because it's gradual change. It's like even, look, the one thing you always get asked as a personal trainer, and every single trainer has been asked this. They've had that client that walks in and they're like, I've got a wedding in 3 months and I would love to lose 20 kg. And you look at them and you're like, so do you want the good or the bad news? Because the most realistic thing is that that's not going to be probable unless we go a deeply unhealthy route, which is never advisable. And this is why we study ethics as well in our profession, because you also need to understand that element of it. But what people don't grasp when it comes to making this change is that it needs to be gradual. Unfortunately, there is no overnight solutions. Yes, you will get sold a lot of overnight solutions, and that's unfortunately the negative side of the industry that I'm in. But in reality, nothing's going to happen overnight. If you'd like to lose weight, fantastic. Let's now start the process of focusing on how you're eating. You know, people always focus on going in gym and exercising. Yes, that's very important.
Right.
You need to do that. But let's make the change at home first. You know, I've had clients that have terrible habits. Like my one client, she loves those, you know, those peanut butter bars. Just like it's like peanut butter, but it's like pure sugar and nothing
Not
else.
the Black
like,
Cat peanut butter bar.
No. So like they're written peanut butter at the top. They're like a brown brand.
Hershey's.
Absolutely. No, not Hershey's. No. But a little bit lower than Hershey's. But anyway, those are there's nothing but sugar. But she absolutely loved those, and she'd have those at night, which was even worse. So she had that addiction. But once you understand and express to the individual why maybe that's not the best solution to deal with stress, and we sort of change that to trying out some fruits as opposed to the bars. Fruit's still not the best choice at night because obviously carries a lot of sugar as well still. So gradually finding easier and better solutions you can maintain is ultimately the long-term solution to you becoming fitter and stronger. So starting off at home, making sure you don't buy the stuff. Don't buy it and be like, I'm not going to eat it. You're going to eat it.
Don't buy
just
it.
leave it in the shop. Yeah, just leave it in the shop. And then consult your trainer, which you always get those clients after like a week. So where's my cheat meal? And then the cheat meal turns into an entire cheat day. It's no longer just a meal. So making sure you don't have the stuff that you know you're weak, you have a weakness to, don't have them at home. Otherwise you will overindulge naturally, because we go through a lot of different emotions. I mean, last week you spoke about with the guy you had last week, you guys were obviously speaking in detail about women and women going through the menstrual cycle.
Elton,
I've got, I think, Elton, 95% of my clients are female. And that's something I also have to combat in terms of dealing with them when it is that time of the month. You know, there's a lot of different emotions that go through. So not just even the physical aspect of it, but like also the emotional side. So you find there is a lot of requirement for, you know, that feel good endorphin release, which you can also get from food. So then people gravitate towards all those bad meals. Yeah, there you go. Chocolate cake, chocolate mousse, and the like. So having to manage your clients from that side as well is very beneficial. And this is why I always encourage conversations like the ones that you guys had last week. I think is very pivotal. because a lot of people a lot of trainers as well need to get comfortable with that conversation. For example, I've got a client who is a fantastic model, but every single time when it comes to that time of the month, we can't train for that 4 to 5 days because physically she's just in a lot of pain, and the whole month is programmed around losing that week because I understand that it is not her doing, and she wants to, but I always tell her it's honestly not beneficial. It's rather you rest, sit, and just allow yourself to go through the process, and then we'll catch everything up in the following week. So I think it is something that conversation. I was happy you guys had that because I feel like it's one that needs to be had a lot more.
And it's so strange because you're the second guy I'm having this conversation with, and I've never had it with any of my female trainers. So any female trainers who are watching want to prove us wrong, and they do actually plan that in their schedule and in their training schedule, please. Iker and Alton have all been talking about it here on Fitness Friday Live. And I'm so glad you brought it up because for many women, it's a struggle. Especially getting close to that time of the month, and then afterwards as well. And also some of us tend to retain water for those 4 or 5 days, thinking that we've picked up weight. Then we start to feel bad about ourselves, and then some of us don't eat. Some of us do eat, or we overindulge, and it can really have a seesaw effect. So I'm glad you brought it up. And any other tips and advice, please feel free to share it with us. Especially for us females who are out there, they're training and struggling when it comes to our fitness.
Yeah, and I think the one you just touched on there, the eating, is honestly one of the biggest one because, like you say, there's always a huge obsession with the scale. So my philosophy is you weigh yourself on day one, and you throw your scale away. Essentially, you just take out the batteries, but you throw your scale away because until about 4 to 5 months is when we'll look at the scale again. I always ask that you look at your clothing. So watch how your clothing is changing in terms of how you put it on. If it's getting looser, fantastic. Purely because you do get a situation a lot of the time where you are working with a client, they have asked to become a little bit more toned. So naturally they pick up a little bit more muscle density. Now, obviously when you step on a scale, the scale will reflect, let's say you were around 60 kgs and now the scale says you're 64 kgs, but your pants say otherwise. That's what happens. You are going to pick up muscle, and unfortunately you are going to get heavier scale wise, but you're going to look a lot slimmer. So there's also understanding that. And this is why I always preach to all especially the new trainers that I get into contact with, is to educate their clients. There is a sort of concern, I do understand, in our industry to over-educate people because you're scared of losing your clients. But I've always said once you educate them, it actually benefits them and you in the long term, because when they speak of you, they speak of how much they've learned from you. So it's been not just a case of I've lost weight, but I've found a way to make sure that I don't have this weight long term. And this is something that I always highly encourage from the younger guys in my industry. And even with with the ladies and the menstrual cycle, obviously there's been a huge drive. I just want to mention quickly these guys from my area here in PE who decided to host 3 different like boot camp style classes, but outdoors, and their entry for these events were sanitary towels. So you just had to bring 2 sanitary towel packs, and that was your entry. And
absolutely loved that.
Yeah, and that's what they did for that. And myself last year for my birthday month, because obviously I'd also teach ride at Virgin, and I had people bring sanitary towels every single time they do come through to my class, and I had a whole big container set up downstairs at reception where people just dropped. I just asked you to just drop your stuff. You can leave a note if you want to, but just drop the stuff. And there was a huge contribution, which allowed us to help out 3 schools for the entire year. So that was amazing. And these guys now recently were just shy of 1,000 sanitary towels, which was amazing because the third event couldn't happen purely because weather just didn't want to play suit. I mean, it rained that entire weekend where they planned the third one, so that was unfortunate. But they were able to raise up to 1,000, so that's also quite awesome, and it's something I feel like needs a little bit more attention,
Absolutely.
because um, look, I always say, especially in this country, I feel like women in general just don't get enough attention. And this is something that doesn't require you to be the world's most educated human being to understand. It's very simple. It's very basic. It is a basic need. It is not necessarily a want. It's not something that people choose to go through. You know, women have to go through it. It's a natural body cycle, and the fact that a lot of girls, especially young girls from disadvantaged backgrounds, miss school because of it. You know, that's quite sad. Because these are kids that you're saying are your future doctors and lawyers, but you have them missing about a week's worth of school every single month. You know, and over a course of a year, that's a lot. And they need support, and it's not because they want to. And what for me I feel is important is education, but not just educating our ladies, but also educating the men, because and the boys, especially young boys, to understand that it is a natural process. The last thing any young girl needs is to obviously be teased about it, because there's nothing that they can do about it. It's not something that they can change. And it's something that I feel like, as especially now, obviously I'm also a young parent, it's something that I'd love for my son to be able to have full understanding for, so that he can also be very protective towards women about it, because it's very important to be educated when it comes to women and their bodies.
Absolutely, and it's not a conversation that we're having enough of. You, Sivangesi, people are putting their voices, but it's a whole lot of guys putting their voices behind this, and it's really changing the perspective in this country. So I really applaud you, because it's incredible to be there, put your hand up and say, guys, I'm putting a box out at the My Ride class at Virgin Active. Pop your donations in there. That's really incredible. And in any way that I can help or support, or anyone on Fitness Friday Live wants to help and support or get hold of you and make donations, or donations to the team that you mentioned, and I did post about it just before the event, just share your contact details with us. Where can we get more info from you, or where can we follow you on social media?
Yeah, so the best place to follow me on social media, it would be on Instagram. So that is at the Iker, so it's TH3IKER. Send me a direct message. I have a very quick response time during the evening, not so much during the day, but I will promise you I will get back to you. It's just obviously I'm busy during the day, but pop me any single time. I'm generally awake most of the time, so you can find me always anytime, and I will get back to you with any questions. Yeah, I'm a very chilled individual, so don't be scared. Even if after the show a person's got any questions, they can feel free to pop me a question. I always believe there's no such thing as a stupid question, because if you've thought about it, I promise you someone else has too. So just ask about it, and don't be scared. I will not bite your head off. Doesn't matter what you ask me.
You won't be Gordon Ramsay style and bite someone's head off.
Nope. No.
And then I've got a question here saying, when will we see you on the screens again? Because for those of you who've just tuned in, I can myself train together on 5 Color Fitness in September on Supersport. You can play catch up on Showmax, and I believe we're waiting to hear about season 3.
Yeah, so if you are missing us on screen, do feel free to, I do not hear this from me, but send Supersport like a lot of messages and emails about it, so that they can make sure that we are able to produce another season. It is something people have asked, and I guess in a way I'm going to say unwillingly, because I don't think we ever set out to have this goal, but we've sort of made it possible for people not to go back to gym, because they've sort of gotten used to the comfort of being at home, which is awesome, because I mean, it's 7 p.m. In the morning, you get your quick 30-minute workout, you shower, you log in for work, because everything's at home now. So a person gets to wake up a little bit later, get a hectic workout in, well, depending obviously on your fitness level and which one you choose to go to, hop into the shower and get ready for work. So it's been amazing. The reception's been amazing. So thanks to everybody who has followed, and those that would love to get to know us a little bit more, they can also find us on YouTube. So you can find season 1 on YouTube. That would be at FHA_fitness self active. So just type that on to YouTube and you should pop up season 1, and you can just go through season 1. Season 2 obviously is still on catch up and Showmax for the DSTV subscribers. So yeah, please
Yes,
message
please,
so
guys,
we can get season 2.
Season 3.
Yeah, season 3.
Please, but you didn't hear this from us. So guys, please drop a message to Supersport and get them to bring back another season. But we'll hear in the next couple of weeks what's happening. Absolutely. Message coming through from Roseanne Stevens, watching from Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. Great chat. Followed you on Instagram.
Awesome. I will give you a follow straight after the show. Thanks for following.
And I could just repeat your social media handles for anyone that's joined in too late.
Okay, so it's at TH3IKER. So as you see my name down there, just add a @ and TH3, and you should see me. If you don't see me, then it's not me.
And what we've done is we have popped it down. We have put it in the comment section, so if anyone does miss out or does want to give you a follow, they can catch up there. What are your fitness plans for the weekend?
For the weekend, very chilled actually this weekend. Just going for a little bit of a hike. And then Saturday just got a few, Sunday just got a few sessions to get through. But yeah, mostly for me, weekend is for family time. And also on Sunday is my little brother's birthday, so so excited about that as well. Yeah, he's a motorhead. He races motorbikes at the age of 13. So
we're gonna have to get him on here.
Yeah, good luck with that one. He's one of the he's very camera shy, but absolutely amazing human being. And yeah, we clearly were raised by a very awesome mom, because we've both gone on to do some awesome stuff. And yeah, I love what he does, and I love his energy, because it could have been easy to just follow in my footsteps, because obviously I've got a very long sporting background, and he just decided to just do his own thing and race motorbike, something I would have never even thought of doing. It's just, watching him on the track, sometimes I'm like, you hold your breath when he takes a corner at about 80 k's an hour. You're like, please don't do anything stupid in that corner. But he's absolutely awesome human being. And actually
we'll probably see him turn pro.
Hopefully. Actually, on that note, if there's anybody on here who is from that kind of scene or would be interested, we are looking for sponsors for him for next season, because he's moved out of the development side now. He's racing CBR 150, so slightly bigger bikes.
Wow.
So we are looking for sponsors for him next season. If anybody is out there who'd be keen, please just pop me a message as well, if you'd like to help out. Anyway,
absolutely.
So yeah, just send a message through. And even if it's guys that are requiring motivation, want to know how to get started in your fitness journey, would like to slowly get into it, please feel free to pop me a message. And yeah, I'm really available. You can even video call me. Just give me a notice so that I'm aware that you're about to video call me. And we can have a chat and speak about what you'd like to achieve. And yeah, I'm a very easy individual, super chill. So so yeah, they must just feel free to just contact me anytime. We'll have a chat.
Iker, thank you so much for your time today. It's really great catching up with you all the way in Port Elizabeth. We have posted your contact details down below, so if anyone wants to get hold of you to talk fitness, or a potential sponsor for your brother who's 13, and in terms of leaving development motorbiking and to the CRM1
CBR 150.
Right?
CBR 150.
Please get hold of Iker. We will share the details. Thank you for your time and have a great weekend.
No, thanks for having me. Thanks to everybody who tuned in, and thanks to everybody who's going to watch. Yeah, super excited. Please don't forget, message Supersport season 3. We're looking for that to happen. Lots of awesome talent has joined FHA recently, so it should be a cracker. And yeah, all the best to everybody that's starting out on their fitness journey. Remember, slow progress is lasting progress. So don't go out too hard. Take it easy. Make it sustainable, and decide why you want to do it. Don't do it for everybody else. If you are happy with how you look, just be healthy.
That's the most important. Thank you so much, Iker. We'll chat again soon. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
That was Iker sharing ways to keep fit, sharing the vegan lifestyle, talking about his 13-year-old brother that's going to be turning pro in terms of motorbike and motocross. Absolutely incredible and great having one of the FHA talent joining us virtually live here on Fitness Friday. Nikki Buerta saying, thank you, Iker. Thank you, Liezel. Thank you for your message. And then as I quote, and you'll see the comment down below, and this is in what Iker had to say, I'm going to leave you with these words. Slow progress is lasting progress, in terms of Iker and his words today. Have yourself a great Fitness Friday, day 204 of lockdown in South Africa. We'll catch you again next Friday live at noon. Take care.